Hello, and thank you for stopping by another edition of the Massachusetts Beer Reviews channel of YouTube. I'm Thomas Metal 75, and yes, this is your Massachusetts Beer Reviews again for the second time on Friday, December 7th, 2018. And I am here. Oh, it's an IPA. Yeah, once again. It is from the Night Shift Brewing Company out of Everett, Massachusetts. And they're also being contract brewed down south in Providence, Rhode Island, at the Rhode Island Brewers Guild. But I believe this one is actually, it says here on the can, actually brewed and canned by Night Shift Brewing Company, Everett, Massachusetts. This is a 9.6% New England Triple India Pale Ale. Never heard of a Triple India Pale Ale New England style. So this either could be a treat or it could be a boozy mess. We're going to find out. This is called Gravitas. And there's the Night Shift Owl. Keep cold, drink now, share the night. Part of the Brewers Association Independent Craft sort of seal of approval, I guess. This one says it was brewed on October 30th, 2018. And I believe, according to the nightshiftbrewing.com website, this was released on Saturday, November 3rd, 2018. And the only information they really say on the beer is, number one, this is a part of their small batch series, which are limited offerings that'll hit the tap room and local shelves for an extremely limited time. And once they're gone, they're gone. So be sure to grab pack when you see them. This is just a single I bought at a local liquor store on Route 1 here in Massachusetts. And for the release of Gravitas on their website, the nightshiftbrewing.com website, all they say on that is you're limited to one case when it was available at the opening release, and they say life is about balance, and so is Gravitas. On 11/3, you'll be able to get your hands on this triple IPA where hoppy bitterness and juicy sweetness collide. So I don't really know what to expect from a juicy New England style triple IPA. I'm gathering it should have an extreme amount of bitterness to it. I don't really know. The only thing that I have had that I can think of that now is being considered a triple IPA in marketing is the Optimum IPA from Sierra Nevada. And a lot of the Green Flash beers are pretty hopped generously. And maybe some of the Trilliums and Treehouses are being called triples, but not to my recollection. I've had one of those. So let's shut the hell up and drink another beer. Let's see what 9.6 is all about in a New England style IPA. The Night Shift Brewing Company, again, out of Everett, Mass, and contract brewed in Providence, Rhode Island as well, are really doing well with the New England style IPAs. And it was one of the first major companies here in New England that I noticed was getting really good distribution for this style of beer. And you didn't have to wait in any lines to get them. So kind of cool. So yeah, New England style, a little bit more orangey than the lemon yellow you're seeing on my side of the camera, but definitely hazy and nice frothy bone white or like eggshell kind of head. It's got some legs for sure, a little bit of some carbonation, and it is hazy for daisy. Let's get a smell on that. Definitely getting, it's a light note, but I can tell that it's a higher ABV, just like when I did the boom sauce. I can definitely tell it's got a higher concentration of alcohol. I can definitely smell and detect the really sweet bready malts and the really sticky. I can tell it's going to be really sticky, resinous, oily, kind of a hop in the taste. So, I mean, there is juicy notes of the grapefruit and pineapple, and definitely sweet orangey dank notes, but Other than that, it smells like a giant beer. So let's try a triple IPA, a newer one, Gravitas, Night Shift Brewing, a triple New England IPA. Cheers. Wow. That is sweet, bready, malty, hop resinous, dank, bitter for days. This is very candied-like in its sweetness for damn sure, guys. It definitely starts out on the straight up medium side. As you take that sip down, the finish of the beer definitely becomes giant. Definitely a full bodied IPA. I can see the triple being perfectly used in its marketing. Okay, so at first, you're kind of getting your orangey, grapefruity, pineapple kind of breakfast juicy notes to it. I do get initially some wheatiness to it. There's either wheat or oat in this one. I can detect a little bit of a fluffiness to this one. So it's kind of along the lines of having that traditional New England style IPA mouthfeel and texture to it. Maybe even a little bit of a pilsnery malt. So initially, it comes off as actually refreshing with some lemoniness in there. And then as that sucker finishes, holy fuck, pardon my French, you're getting right at the back of the throat the sticky hop, resinous, oily, dank, bitter nature to this beer for sure. And then the ABV is distinctly showing its true form on this one. Definitely a I'm trying to determine the excuse me how dry the beer is, and maybe around now is when it is dry. It's a pretty sweet, boozy IPA. So if you really like your sweet bready malts, please get Gravitas immediately. This is a very sweet, bready, um, oily, almost slick in nature, kind of a mouthfeel and texture to the taste. So if that's your thing in the name of your drinking game, then yeah, go get Gravitas immediately. Maybe the sweetness has some of the booziness sort of in there, making it one kind of a mouthfeel at the end. The it's not a hot booze for 9.6, but it is certainly like there up front, and it's mixing with the sweetness in a way that is not the most pleasurable to me. I would not ever buy cases of this and uh, beat people off with a metal pole at a liquor store to acquire this New England style IPA. A heady topper from the Alchemist, Treehouse Haze, Trillium's Vicinity. Yeah, 8% plus beers that are far better than Gravitas. If you're looking for just in a, what do they say in craft beer? If you're looking for an extreme drinking experience, Gravitas, and you like New England style IPAs, Gravitas should be on the top tier of your list. I approve of all the flavors before the swallowing and before the bitter Resin all over here, sticky, chewy beer. And before the booze attacks and assaults you a little bit, not hot in any nature, but definitely it warms immediately. So good beer on a cold winter's night or into the fall or late winter coming up towards spring. So I got to give it like an 85. This is a really phenomenal beer, and it's doing things that it's trying to do. I can't fault the brewery for this. It's just too big and sticky and resinous for me. This is very reminiscent. Well, I can't really say reminiscent, but it's reminding me of the drinking experience to the 120-minute IPA from Dogfish Head. However, that series and the Worldwide Stout from Dogfish are both between 15 and 20% every year it's brewed. So granted, this doesn't have the alcohol kick and spike to it, and it does have more hops and more malt flavor and complexion to this particular brew, but it is almost kind of one-dimensional in that you're getting a big boozy, bitter flavor out of it. So again, not my favorite thing in the world here. Definitely not a drain pour, but very unique booze sweet character. So that's going to be it for a Gravitas from Night Shift Brewing Company. If you've had Night Shift beers, let me know. If you've had other triple IPAs out there, comment below. And I'm just going to work on this slowly and enjoy the evening. So until next time, keep tasting those great beers. Cheers. See you soon.